In a time where unimaginative sequels and remakes merge with Hollywood and media hysteria, we should have seen this coming.
Don't listen to men's rights activists if you want to know what they have to say.
Don't listen to men's rights activists if you want to know what they have to say. Don't listen to men's rights activists if you want to know what they have to say.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Breaking Badger News. My name is Brian, and I'm here with Lindsay, and, well, we're not going to waste any time. Let's just get into it. So this is a very new story. It turns out that Margaret Atwood is writing a sequel to The Handmaid's Tale, and it's actually being sent to the publishers, like, as we speak. The sequel to The Handmaid's Tale will be entitled The Testaments.
Excellent!
But last.
The Handmaid's Tale, just so you guys know, is a book that was published in 1985. It was about a dystopian future, kind of like, it was basically Margaret Atwood's answer to 1984 by George Orwell, but it came out in 1985. And it was pretty successful. It sold 8 million English copies globally. And it has acquired, let's say, new cultural cachet since the election of Donald Trump and, of course, the Hulu television adaptation that's been out, starring that lady from Mad Men. That a show I never saw, but there it is.
What, Mad Men or Handmaid's Tale?
Handmaid's Tale. I saw Mad Men, actually. I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it. I watched like 6 seasons of it. Vox says The Handmaid's Tale is now a cultural icon and has become more urgent in the past few years than ever before. I wonder why. Of course, this has been talked about a lot in the media, that we're like going into the time of The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this book gonna like literally have Trump in it? Literally Trump?
Well, you know, while that would be, I would you know what? I actually hope that's what she does. I think she should do that. I think Margaret Atwood should literally put Trump in her book.
That'd be way too on the nose.
Just so that people can see how ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
That's the reason, I think. But so yeah, apparently this is a cultural icon. The sequel to the book, we don't know much about it because this is all very new information. It takes place 3 years after Offred's final scene in the original Handmaid's Tale. So Offred is the name of the main character. It's also the main character in the Hulu series. We know that the book is going to be narrated by 3 different female characters. Margaret Atwood has stated it will have no connection at all to the Hulu television show. Now, I don't know if the Hulu TV show also diverged from the original source material, so I couldn't tell you because I won't watch that trash. But Atwood did say this in a statement. This was something that was released by by a publicist, I think. Dear readers, everything you've ever asked me about Gilead, which is the land this takes place in, and its inner workings is the inspiration for this book. Well, almost everything. The other inspiration is the world we've been living in.
Oh, it's gonna be literally Trump!
So, The Testaments...
Excellent!
But last.
is the book, The Testaments, is scheduled for release September 10th, 2019. So, Margaret Atwood is cashing in on the hysteria. That's what I think. She may have had this plan for a while, but sounds to me like she's cashing in on it. And you know what? Good on you. Capitalism. That's what I say. So
before we started the show, you told me something I didn't know about Margaret Atwood. Like, I thought she was just a radical feminist, but she's actually been pushing against the Me Too.
Yeah, so she pushed back against Me Too because there was some case in the university in British Columbia against a guy named Stephen Galloway. Yeah,
Right.
and she defended Stephen Galloway.
Oh, okay.
Elise said, we don't have any evidence, right? She basically spoke out in favor of due process. And feminists, of course, threw her under the bus and said she was a bad feminist and stuff. And while, it's true that some of the stuff that she says I like. She says that women are human beings with the full range of saintly and demonic behaviors that entails, including criminal ones. They're not angels, incapable of wrongdoing. If they were, we wouldn't need a legal system. Okay. I mean, that's cool, right? But I don't think that just doing that, I can see how feminists would be angry with her. But she is still a feminist, right? She just believes that her brand of feminism is the more reasonable one. And sure, the radicals that I guess she would label the feminists that don't like her as the radicals, which she has, because, they don't believe in due process. They believe that if a man is accused, it's as good as being guilty, which is what she calls a kind of witch trial, Salem witch trials thing, in her comments about Stephen Galloway. But I think that to have the belief that you do to write the story of The Handmaid's Tale where, you create this kind of dystopian system whereby the women are made into slaves by the patriarchy, you have to believe in patriarchy on some level, right? So, and I mean, Alison has read the book. I didn't even hear about the book till I heard about the show. I was lucky. Like when I was going to school, I got to read 1984.
I think I heard of it, but I didn't read it.
Yeah, I think it's actually required reading these days.
Maybe.
Like, I think it is.
Maybe in Canada, because she's a Canadian author.
That's true. So she's cashing in on the popularity of her TV show and the sign of the times, like what's going on right now and how people are relating it. Like, I remember, what was that one episode of Bill Maher where the woman was on there saying, we are living in The Handmaid's Tale, like literally living in The Handmaid's Tale. So The Handmaid's Tale, my point is, it's being used as a cultural bludgeoning weapon to get people to think of the current state of things as a far worse set of conditions than they actually are. I mean, like, no such world like The Handmaid's Tale could possibly exist. From what I remember, Alison and I talked about it, and she said if you tried to make a world like that, everything would collapse. It would just be the end of everything.
Huxley's Brave New World is probably more likely a dystopian future. As far as like sexuality goes and reproduction.
Well, that is kind of like where things are going.
Yeah,
isn't it?
It seems like it.
Yeah, not
like this is The Handmaid's Tale like right now because of Trump. It seems like and more ridiculous to me than if it was like Brave New World. I can almost get behind that. Almost.
Yeah, but I wouldn't credit Trump with that. I think that's just where society is going because of social media and stuff.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it has nothing to do with
No, it's got nothing to do with the president.
It's just kind of like different avenues, like deviance, I guess. Like sexual deviancy is not like treated the same way it used to be. Like marriage isn't treated the same way it used to be. Like people are like, more likely to be in polyamorous relationships, shit like that.
Yeah, the fringe stuff is becoming mainstream stuff. And like the stuff that used to be considered sort of mainstream it's not fringe because I think more people are probably monogamous than not.
Right.
But it's sort of it seems to be that it's being kind of demonized or mocked. Let's put it that way. Margaret Atwood's book she's making a sequel. She's cashing in, and there'll probably be a series on that. It's coming out next year. I'm sure the feminists are very excited, and I'm sure that I hope she literally puts Trump in the book. Please do it because I want to see how stupid it is. Just please do it. All right. So, do you have any other thoughts on the story?
No.
Okay. Well, no, it's fine.
I'll just go into a tangent about like Huxley.
Brave New World.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. That's a good book. I think that's actually one that people often don't talk about when they talk about dystopian futures. Actually, it's either 1984 or this shit.
Yeah.
But maybe that's one.
But you have to be so tolerant in Huxley's world that if somebody wants to have sex with you, you have to say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise you're discriminating, right?
That's true. No discrimination allowed.
Equality across the board.
That's right.
They solved the workplace sexual problem.
Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think that we're moving more towards The Handmaid's Tale? Do you think we're moving more towards 1984? Or do you think it's more Brave New World? Or is it a combination of those things? Let us know in the comments section. Also, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and hit the bell for notifications. I have been Brian Martinez and Lindsay, and this was Breaking Badger News. Yes, I've been both of those people. Yes, I've been both of them at once. But yeah, this has been Breaking Badger News. Thanks, guys, and have a good, lovely evening.